Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another video once again, and this time in my previous video you guys requested that I do more cut creases, and I am back with a very bold, very colorful one, and I really had to dig deep within myself to do this video because I always play it safe. As I've said, I always play it safe. And one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, I think I've said this before, is to dare myself to do more, color, just take risks in general. So if you want to see how I created this look, it is like a berry purpley eye with like a blue and mint cut crease. Keep on watching. So guys, I'm starting with my eyes already primed and set with a little bit of setting powder. I have done my brows already. If you want to see how I do my brows, you can refer to my very first full tutorial video. I have an in-depth of how I do my brows, and I am going to be using this gorgeous I think it's called the Spectrum palette from Modern Dolls. I'm going to be starting with my crease color, which is going to be this purple color over here. At this point I'm just going to be packing the color on. Now this is my first time using this palette. They are a Durban based brand, and I just one day saw this palette on sale and I was like, hey, why not? So now I'm going to take the pink shade that I showed you guys earlier, this one, and I'm going to also pack that right above where I placed the purple. Wow, this pink I can already see it has a lot of fallout, so I'm gonna change my brush to a more dense brush. It's actually very similar to the one that I used to put on the purple.
Now guys, I'm gonna be sniffing out a lot in this video. Please forgive me. I think I said in my last video that I'm not feeling well.
I'm going to blend out the pink in like small, very light-handed, small back and forth strokes. If it takes you a while at this stage, that's okay.
Now these shadows, guys, have a bit of fallout and they are pigmented, but my mistake was to put powder before I put the shadows onto my lid. Now for future, I'm just gonna go and put the shadow right after the concealer.
Now at this point it's gonna be a lot of back and forth, but eventually you'll get there. Well, I got here and I'm no pro, so yeah, that's that on that. So now I'm going to take my C9 concealer from Revolution, my holy grail, and I'm going to take this brush to cut my crease. It's like a flat, but it's like really wide brush. Use that to cut my crease. If you want to see where to cut your crease, basically just put a little bit of product here and then look up. That line where the concealer transferred, that's pretty much where you need to cut your crease, where that line is, or a little bit above, nothing below. Now I find that dot motions help you cut the crease better than drawing a line. It's very easy to make a mistake if you draw a line. while cutting your crease, which you will not be able to correct if that does happen. So I normally just join the dots basically, and then I just go down all the way down, and then I just fill in. Now guys, I went ahead and cut the crease on the other eye, and now guys, I'm going to take a more dense packing brush, and I'm going to take this, I think it's like a violet shade at the corner here, and then I'm going to pack that onto the outer corner of my eye. But at this point I'm not really blending, I'm just packing, because I'm afraid of moving any product if I blend. Then I take a bit of that pink brush. I'm not picking up any new product, I'm just cleaning up any mess I may have made. Now with the same brush that I used to pick the violet color, since I used one side, I'm going to turn it around and then use this side, and I'm going to pick up this blue shade right below it. So this blue shade here, and I'm going to put that at the center of my lid. So I'm just putting that at the center. Just taking my time to blend in, just pack it as light-handed as I can possibly be. And then I just go back and forth to just make sure that the two are blended really nicely. So I turn the brush to go back to the violet, and I'm just bringing it into the blue. So now I'm going to take this brush that I used for the purple color. Remember when I used the purple, I also still used one side of the brush. I'm going to take the brush that I used for the purple, and I'm going to turn it onto the other side. I'm going to take this minty color. Where is it? Okay, that's over here. This minty color. And I'm going to pack that on the inner corner of my eye. Don't pick up too much product. Or if you did, just dust off the brush a little bit. And then just pack that onto the inner corner of the eye. Now at this point, guys, we are done with our shadows. I am pretty happy with the turnout, and I'm just going to draw up a very thin line on my lash. I don't really want a wing. I don't really want to wing it out because my eye is already like a lot. It's like colorful. So I'm just going to draw a thin line. Now my my lashes are very curly, so what I do to get them to straighten out a little bit is that I curl them. If you have lashes that are curly like mine, you may struggle to create a perfect line as close to the lash line as possible. So what I do is that normally how you would curl your lashes is to just curl them up. So what I do is that I take the lash curler and I turn it upside down, and then I make sure that I get all of my lashes in there, and then I just curl them down so that they're not so curly, that they're looking straight or either looking down, so that I can create my perfect wing. So I'm just going to take my liner and I'm going to create as close to the lash line as possible, just so that there's no space between the natural lash and the false lash. Now guys, I am going to put my lashes on and then I'll be right back. So guys, I am back and I just put my lashes on like I said, and I went ahead, I moisturized my face with this moisturizer from Justin with tissue oil. It's got an SPF of 20. This I love this face cream. It just gives you like a glow and it just makes you feel like you're moisturized. And I primed my face with my Sephora primer as usual. These two are like the best combo for priming for daytime. You know that your face is protected from the sun, you are moisturized, you are glowing, you are primed, you are ready to take on the day. Okay, I'm going to be using my Nuban Beauty in my skin foundation. This foundation I used in my last video, and it was really yellow in the beginning, and then it oxidized, and by the time I was done putting on my makeup, the foundation was not so bad. So if you're going to see a bit of yellowing in the beginning, and that's, I've learned, that's okay. Now I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm just blending that foundation out. Now I'm done putting my foundation on. I am going to use the usual, my TooFaced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. Now you do want to wait for your concealer to dry a little bit so that you get like the most coverage out of it. So usually what I would do, all the areas that I don't mind if I don't get like a banging coverage, I would blend out first, like the side of my cheeks, because I don't want that to be too strong. So I'm going to blend that out first, and I'm going to do the under eyes last because that's where I want the most coverage. Then lastly, obviously, going to blend out my concealer and always starting at the outer parts. of the face first, and then going to finish off at the center. So now it's time for us to contour, and I'm going to use stick foundation from Revolution. I don't know what happened to the branding, but it's a stick foundation that I got from Crease by the brand Revolution, and I'm using the shade F13, which is exactly one shade darker than me, because F12 is my perfect foundation shade. Now guys, I removed a little bit. I took up a little bit of my stocking to allow me to blend in my forehead so that there aren't any harsh lines between. So now on my forehead, because my forehead is a little darker, I used the shade F14, but the rest of the face I used F13. I'm going to take the same beauty blender that I've been using for my face, and I'm going to use that to blend out my contour, starting first at the center, sorry, at the outer lines of my face. Last but not least, my forehead, my big old forehead. Now I'm just gonna blend everything together.
Now guys, if you're looking for an alternative to my Bare Eye setting powder, a good one is from Crease by the brand Revolution. They have 3 shades actually. They have a white one which is translucent, then they have a yellow one which is the banana, and then they have a darker one which is called terracotta, I think.
To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the usual, my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in the shade Medium Golden. And for contour, I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Face Pressed Powder, and it's in the shade Classic 10, not 10. I'm just going to lightly contouring my nose. For me is like the trickiest part, because that's like the center of the face. That's like where everybody looks when they first lay their eyes on you. So getting it right is extremely important for me. I'm going to go back onto my eyes and finish them off, and I'm going to take that purple, My ear hurts. Gonna go back onto my palette. I'm gonna take that purple that I used here, and I'm gonna go over my, as close as I can to my lash line with it. And I'm going to end about halfway with it. Then I'm going to take that pink and just go over below, just below the purple with it. And then now I'm going to take my blue. I'm actually just going to take my teal. Okay, I'm gonna take my blue. I'm so undecided. I'm gonna take the blue that I used at the center, and I'm gonna just stack that at the center. And then last but not least, we're going to take our that minty color that is at the center of the eye here, and I'm going to just put that. I like how this is turning out actually. I'm gonna put that at Now I'm going to take my pink and I'm just going to join all of those together, but just at the bottom somewhere there. What I'm gonna do at the inner corner of the eyes, I'm gonna put white just to brighten up that center of the eye and to just kind of bring all of the colors together. The white really brings the eye alive, and it just kind of serves as like to just bring everything together. Now guys, I think I'm done with my eyes. I think I'm going to take this gold shimmery color here, and I'm just gonna put that on the arch of my brow because there was never anything there, and since this is like an all matte look, I feel like we need something there. We need something there. Now guys, I'm gonna move on to blush, and I'm gonna use this blush duo that I got from Discam, and I'm going to use this darker shade over here. To spray my face first. Before I do that, let me dust off the excess powder on my face, if there is any, but I don't think that there is. But just dust off and just bring everything together. Now guys, since my eyes are a lot, I'm going to keep it cool and neutral on my lips. So I'm going to do my favorite, my classic nude lip. I'm going to use these so weird. I'm going to use these 3 shades on my lips, starting first with the darkest one on the outer parts of my lips. And then moving on to this pinky shade. And then lastly, I'm going to use this lighter one. And I'm gonna just put that at the center. Now this, guys, is like my favorite lip combo. I'm going to use my TooFaced Ray of Light highlighter. Now this is the final look. I went ahead and put a little bit of gloss onto my lips because I felt like it was too matte since there's no shimmer on my eyes at all. Yeah, this is it, guys. Please like the video. Please comment on the comment section down below what looks you guys want to see next, what more do you guys want to see me do, and I'm here for it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you on my next one. Bye.